right, just talking about the bottom of the decks. For the spread, we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This tells me that there's no connection to a partner, or some kind of repression caused a barrier, but it's just temporary. Also, you lost an opportunity due to some impulsiveness or a lack of planning. You had some kind of a love relationship that didn't have a firm foundation. So this also says, like off the right path, on the wrong path when it comes to love. I see love that's not very pure. Like somebody didn't have the right motives. And so it was the end of a new relationship or an exciting phase in a relationship. It was just not very stable. The other clarifying card is the Five of Cups in reverse. Thinking of Five of Cups, I see news, renewal, happy feelings, troubles are ending, return of a lover, moving on or building the love, reconciled lovers, sorrows over, getting rid of those sad relationship memories. Also, this can talk about false starts. So it's a little clarification of both the Ace of Pentacles and possibly something that's coming after the Ace of Pentacles. So I see as in, something didn't get started. It wasn't very good. And now, maybe in the present or in the future, it might get better. Basically, something's not out of your reach anymore. This would be out of your reach and disappointed here, not so much anymore. There's just a lack of sorrow. And this was a big, big sorrow. I would feel better off dead kind of sorrow. But here, it's not. And I have the feeling that this relationship is actually one that you ended previously. But for some of you out there, it could have been that it was ended with you. But I feel like Aries, being the take charge person they are, you are probably the one who ended this relationship. All right, coming to the first week, we have the Knight of Swords upright. And this is an Aries if I ever saw one. I know that there's a sword instead of a wand. But I definitely see Aries just due to the brashness, the impulsiveness, the quick action, full-on action type of thing. I see a quick union. We have the Six of Pentacles, and these go together very well. Six of Pentacles is clarifying your third week. So I see a quick reunion, maybe a quick offer of love for reconciliation, considering we have the Five of Cups. And clarifying this Knight of Swords, Page of Cups. So there could be an offer of love to reconcile, whether that's from you or the other person. Because you remember how things were before the change happened. And you want to go back to that ideal life where you were free and in love, carefree. So it's probably somebody from the past, yeah. And with the Six of Cups, I see this strong, urgent need to go back to that nostalgic time. Like you need it really, really badly. So that's what you're looking for now, or in the future, I'm sorry. But in the first week of March, this could also talk about the very, very most recent past or the present. There was an impulsive offer of love, like a new beginning, and it was just way too fast. You kind of just rushed in headlong into ruin, because he's going into ruin. He's going against everything, against advice, whatever, his knowledge, his conscience. He's going against it. And immediately he sees something's wrong. He doubles back and escapes. The next card for the second week of March is the Hanged Man in reverse. I see hanging on to a love that's, expired, or you just can't be bothered to let go of this person, or you just can't let go of this person. And you've been reflecting after that incident where you realized it was a bad situation and you escaped forthright. And it could have been that you came to a sudden realization, represented by the Hanged Man right next to the Knight of Swords. So not only did you rush in fast, but you also got out fast because you had a sudden realization. And this reflecting on yourself probably brought about something scary that you didn't want to think about. But this is a hopeful card because it says, it's almost over. Just have some faith. But you probably lost some faith based on this situation that happened to you. Now, with the Knight of Swords, you had some kind of strange psychic awareness. Okay. After you had this sudden recovery from doubling back, you had a strange psychic awareness about yourself and the situation because he's in reverse. And this normally talks about letting go of a previous belief or a previous opinion. Like you have to take a step back because here you were rushing, but now you have to take a step back and you have to see something about yourself that needs to change, or you have to see yourself differently in the situation, or you have to see the situation differently. And this says that you know what lacks. Like you see it now. You know what was lacking. And you realize you hurt people in the past from this new perspective. Like you realize you rushed into it, and not only were you the fool rushing in, but you caused them to rush in too, and you hurt them in the process. Also, this could be the other way around. This person rushed in, but I really see this is Aries. Clarifying the Hanged Man in reverse. The Eight of Wands. Okay, so this talks about falling in love quickly. This is the second week of March, so not only is it clarifying the first and possibly the past, with the Hanged Man, I see missed opportunities. You let something pass you by. You were kind of in limbo, and then something ended suddenly, and it had to do with love. And you decided to take the time with this new psychic awareness to understand what's going on. And this limbo with understanding is going to end with a message coming through, some kind of communication, possibly about a reconciliation, because the Eight of Wands is right next to the Page of Cups. So this person that you had rushed in with before, they may come back and want reconciliation, and you're actually considering it because you realized how foolish you were in the situation. Then again, switch the roles around, because roles often get switched in readings. Also, the psychic awareness, as far as what the psychic awareness was, you could have thought, well, this is going nowhere. It's going nowhere fast, as far as love goes. That was probably the psychic awareness. That's what made you double back. Well, actually, no, I'll take that back. That's what made you double back, but the psychic awareness is something you got after you came back, or you doubled back, I'm sorry. So there's some other insight you saw. And it could be that your first insight was wrong, that it was going nowhere fast. All right. Next, in the third week of March, we have the Nine of Cups, and he's in reverse. So it says, didn't get your wish. Count your blessings, but just being unstable, caring more about your needs than the other person's. You just weren't really thinking about this person. And this says, deep down, you're missing something. It says, you were so close to getting that 10 of Cups. You really were. But you only have 9. You had some kind of setback. And I think it was you were very scared of this rushing in and you fled. But now you've had time to look back on the situation and look at yourself and gain a new perspective. You were probably being selfish and childish. And you realize something is missing deep down. But even still, you want to demonstrate moderation. Okay? This person gets his fill. This person's super gluttonous and greedy. So demonstrate moderation, which hasn't been happening until you became the Hanged Man. Clarifying 9 of Cups. We have 6 of Cups upright. So here's that 6 of Cups. It's kind of funny. You went from the beginning 5 of Cups all the way to 9, which again is a big change from 5 to 9. That's a big rush. And then it's like you end up going back to 6. Like you go from 5 to 6. That's more of a pace that you're comfortable with. All right, so 6 of Cups, again, it tells me of a reunion, nostalgia, past lover, history, being innocent. Somebody who's probably too trusting. And with this curtain here that says there's something that you were hiding. Only you're going to know what that is. It could have been you were hiding something from yourself. And so that psychic awareness helped reveal that to you, or will reveal that to you in the 3rd week of March. I talk about like it's the past because it's easier for me that way. Just seeing the Cups in reverse. Okay, I see this. I don't know how many of you out there this is going to be. It could be just one person, okay? So don't flare up and send me emails saying I hate Aries or something. Some of you out there may be into a lot of relationships at the same time. Not necessarily 9 relationships, okay? But this guy is very happy and smug with all of his dating and sleeping around, okay? And then here, with the Cups upside down, kind of like the 3 of Cups upside down, I see being unfaithful to whoever you were rushing in with. Okay. So that could be what was hiding behind the curtain. And then we have 6 of Cups, which tells me that you need some kind of support, like that an old lover would give you, somebody you're comfortable with. You need some kind of generosity from a past lover or even family. Perhaps you want a family, just like the 6 of Cups might indicate. And it's funny we talked about generosity because it's right next to the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. And this is the generosity card, and that's in reverse. So you're wanting something, and in that 4th week, clarifying, it's not happening. 6 of Pentacles reverse talks about being disloyal and cruel, which again might represent that interpretation of the 9 of Cups. It's possibly you as a past lover, or your past lover was disloyal as far as infidelity. Because we do have 2 sets of 3 cups, which could be infidelity. So they may have been unfaithful with 2 parties. Or you, depending on who this is for. This also reminds you, because it's in reverse, that you're going to meet somebody in an activity or a place where you have to end up being generous. So a charity function, that's where you would meet somebody. But it looks like you're wanting to reconcile, or someone wants to reconcile with you. So I don't know if you're even interested in that. This does talk about a lack of funds, and I'll get to that a little bit. But mainly I see, this is the man who's trying to give to 2 people and trying to do it fairly, but in reverse. It says you promised that you could do that. You could give all the attention. You didn't need these other parties. But in the end, you just couldn't deliver. I'm sorry, Aries. I really think this is you. Okay, that's why I keep saying you. And that's what I'm defaulting to. But again, whatever energy applies to you, go ahead and apply it the way you see it, okay? And you could realize your psychic awareness may have been you overreacted. You were just kind of faking it until you made it. But you kind of got caught in something and you were saving face. So you just kept hiding as a way to save face. And with the Hanged Man, see, both of these are in reverse. So this tells me you haven't been earning a lot of money. Thinking about the Knight of Cups in the 4th week, clarified by the 6 of Pentacles in reverse in the 4th week. He's very dreamy and romantic. They tell him he's like the fancy knight who loves fancy things, but he has no budget, so he can't afford it. And that's clarified by the 6 of Pentacles. So I see this not as necessarily monetarily, but it could be based on the Hanged Man and the 6 of Pentacles. That's the only Pentacle card aside from the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so it's like no job, no new beginning phase, no love, no new love at the beginning anyway. So I mainly think this is about promising all this romance and love offers, maybe even marriage or engagement, and then not being able to deliver. Okay, it could be because of multiple partners. Yeah, with this, you or the person you're with were taken advantage of in this relationship. You just couldn't deliver. Yeah. Okay, so it's these together. Talks about being an entertainer, again, like an actor or being fake. Just with a really, really big personality. You were being super romantic, like something you've never been before. So you probably were thinking, what the hell am I doing? There was some card, what was it? Okay, with the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups. I think that's what it is. No. Hangman. Hangman and Page of Cups. So from the 1st week clarifier to the 2nd week's actual card, this pretty much says, what the fuck? What the fuck was I doing? Going in impulsively with this offer, maybe even like a proposal of some sort. So you've got that perspective, like, what the fuck was I doing rushing in so fast? Yeah, I've never done that before. I was on some kind of love high or something, but now I'm clearing my head and getting some perspective. So that's what I was thinking. I was like, I know there's some cards out here somewhere that say WTF. Because here, like at the 1st week, you thought you were rushing into something that was your dream come true. And then with the Hangman, not only were you saying what the fuck, but you're like, I'm fucking insane. Exactly. I love this. I don't think I've had this together before. So, Aries, you're very funny. You're like, what the fuck? I'm stupid. I'm stupid insane. I wish I had thought about that earlier. But, the 4th week, since this is going into the future, you might wear your heart on your sleeve and you might make the offer to reconcile, or someone else does. With the 6 of Cups and these together anywhere in a reading, it talks about maybe soulmates. And then with the Page, it says not being able to follow through. So again, we have 2 not follow through cards. And maybe you really, really, really want to deliver this. You're just not able to because something in your personality needs more. Okay? Also, you may really, really want a family. With the Nine of Cups, I see this as well. But it's in reverse. So you really, really want a home and children, possibly. But you see your current situation is actually going against that ideal that you want. You really want that. Also, I see in the past, and you're afraid of this going into the future, which may be behind the curtain, is that there may be a false passion, like with the Knight of Cups and Nine of Cups and Six of Swords and Page. All of these talk about possibly a false passion that leads to oblivion. Then I can see oblivion with this Knight of Swords. Okay. So a lot of these clarify what's already happened too, I would assume. But yeah, in the fourth week, I see that happening, that a love offer is coming in. And for those of you who a love offer is coming into you, and it's this Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups person coming in, yes, you guys feel for each other. I see it. But unless something has changed, the Knight of Cups is doomed to not follow through again. And we do have 8 as being a cycle with the 8 of Wands. And we do have the 9 of Cups as almost at a goal, but then being set back because we don't have 10. We do have 2 sixes. But again, I see like 2 extra parties. So if somebody's unfaithful, they were really unfaithful. Not like as unfaithful as like 9 of Cups in reverse unfaithful, but just like 2 extra parties, okay?